What's up, guys? We all know that Cypher one-way smokes are probably one of the strongest things you can learn in the entire game. Just having that ability to control a certain vision line and block your enemy from being able to see through there while still having that information yourself is unbelievably powerful. My name's Blarg and Flarg, and today I'm going to be showing you 9 unique Cypher one-way smoke spots. If you enjoy what I do, don't forget to look down below and hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe check out some of my other videos and tutorials here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to go over and check out my Twitter, where I'll have live updates for Valorant and other games. And remember, I stream every Tuesday and Saturday. The link's going to be down below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Now let's get started. Okay, guys, we're here on the A site in Showers on Bind, and I really want to clear up some confusion here. I'm not meaning to call anybody out on this, but I've seen a lot of different streamers and a lot of different video makers come in here and tell you to put, come up to this side here and tell you to put your smoke at the very top. Oh. At the very top. There we go. Okay, now that we got that, like I said, I'm not meaning to call people out, but I don't see why in the world you would want to put it on top. Let's see if I can get another one up there. There we go. Let's get 3 up there just for fun. So on top, you can have a one-way and see extremely well through there. That's cool. You can see them really well, right? The problem is that when you come over to their side, they can also crouch and see you through there. And if they're in it, they can see you really, really well. Now, when you have it on the lower bar, this is what it looks like for the one-way for you, where you can still see their feet and still tell that they're coming in and have the one-way angle on them. But from the opposite side, for the attacker, they now cannot see squat. Not even if they push up into it, they still can't see squat. So make sure you use this lower bar right here. Now what I want you to do is walk yourself straight up and put yourself right on the crack where this broken tile is. Look up to just beneath where that blemish is right there, and throw your smoke. Now you've got your one-way smoke set up for showers where you can see through and they cannot see through. So please, like I said, I'm not trying to make an attack on other video makers or streamers, but this is a proper way to set this one up to give you guys the best advantage. After you get your smoke set up, don't forget to throw your camera out. I like to put it right up next to that pot. That way, there's a little bit more distraction and somewhere for it to hide. Now you can back up into the site and likely around the corner here. Then you go over to your camera, and when you see the enemies come around this corner, you activate your cage and have yourself a nice little one-way. Okay, guys, so over here on Haven Site A, if you want a good setup for a long A one-way smoke, I'll actually one-up you and give you 2. Run all the way up here, stop yourself on the corner for the second brick right here, and from this very spot, you can actually set up both of these one-way smokes. One of them over here on the right side, by aiming your aimer just at the top right corner of this little corner piece here and throwing, and it's gonna land there. You've got a pretty good margin of error there, so it's pretty easy to get, honestly. You'll get the hang of it quick. For this left one here, you want to aim at the very top of the window pane, closer to the left corner than the right corner. This one's harder to see, but if you try it a time or two, it's pretty easy to set up. Now, both of these smokes give you great one-ways, but what you're going to want to do is you need information to use the one-ways. So take your camera out, and I like to throw it on this little brick pile here, because everybody looks for cameras on walls, but not everybody looks on a brick pile, especially when they'd have to turn around and put their back to the site to even look at it. From this location here, you're going to be able to see anybody that pushes up into this area, and as soon as you see them, you can activate the smoke depending on which side they're on. If they're on the T side, you activate this smoke, and you can pop out and peek them. And if they're on the cubby side, then you can pop the smoke on that side as well, and pop out and peek them. This is what these smokes look like up close from their side.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
So obviously, as you can tell, the smoke on the cubby side covers more and is more useful, but the one for the T rotation side is still helpful for catching people off guard. So let's be honest here, guys. People either push A fast on Haven, or they wait and do a really late rotate to A. They don't normally just play it super slow, it feels like, at least in most of the situations I've seen. So this one-way smoke is going to give you a really good advantage against that really late rotate to A and desperate attack on the site. After you get into A lobby here, I want you to run up and line yourself up on this crack right here. Look straight up at the bottom of that metal piece and throw your smoke. It's going to fall right down on top of that little ornamental piece on top of the doorway. After that, I want you to turn around real quick and throw your camera up in this corner. Go ahead and fall back to the sewer area or A short and use your camera. Now you need to wait until they make it all the way into this room to be fully effective. If they're still out back closer to T spawn, they're going to be able to see you through your one-way. So wait until they're into a lobby and then you can activate your cage. Once you do that, you can turn on it and you can see them extremely well. This is what the smoke looks like for the enemy up close.
Cage triggered.
And this is why I was telling you not to do it while they're still far back. Because if they're far back, they can still see you down there. Okay, so our C site Cypher one-way smoke is extremely easy to set up. And the nice part is you can do it before the round even starts. Because the buy barrier is not blocking you. All you have to do is come up against this wall, and I'm really not even going to give you any tips on how to throw this, because it's going to be super stupid easy. Especially while the buy barrier is there, it's blocking about halfway through this little trumpet here. Just throw your smoke in there, okay? Throw a couple in there. Throw 5. Yeah, you got 5, right? You know. After that, make sure you have your camera set up, because you're not peeking yourself. You want your camera doing the hard work. I love this little spot right here because it's really hidden in the shadow of the boxes and it can still see all the way down the line as I'm going to show you now. So once they peek down there at the end of C long, pop your little smoke, come out of the camera, and voila, you can see all their little feetsies and shoot them. And this is what the smoke looks like from the attacker's POV.
Cage triggered.
See, it blocks out their entire vision line. They really can't see much. The last one-way smoke I have for you on Haven is actually in Garage. You can line yourself up for the smoke, but you can't throw it until the force field drops. But don't worry, you still have enough time to be completely safe placing this smoke. Put yourself directly in this corner, and your direction that you're trying to throw your smoke in is towards this corner right here. So put your aimer there, and then aim all the way up until your aimer comes to the bottom of this steel support, and then throw your smoke. And it's going to land perfectly every single time.
Cage triggered.
And now you've got a one-way. Now the biggest thing to remember about the garage smoke is that this is not a guaranteed smoke. They can still see your feet through it, just not very well. Because if you activate it right here, like the intention is, they can't see anything through there. All they can see is up to the walkway here, and you're going to be on that corner. So if you activate it where I'm expecting you to, you do get a one-way advantage. But if they're pushing up and crouching on this box right here, they are still going to be able to see you down there. Now on that same note, if they're very far up like this, the one-way works insanely well. So remember, you either need them to be at the very far back or very close up. If they're in the middle, then you're just going to have to take that person out first if they're multiple and make sure that you prioritize your targets properly. Okay, we all know mid is extremely volatile on split. So if you're defending A and your mid defense falls, another good smoke to have set up is always going to be right on top of this little platform here. So that way you can have a one-way set up for the rotation from mid towards A. What I want you to do is take a step all the way onto the top of the staircase and look right down at this crack right here. Then you're going to aim straight up and just below this little crack right here. And then toss it. Boom. Toss it. Boom. Easy. After that, you can have your camera set up right above ropes and hide right over here in this corner. That way, if you see them or hear them coming up ropes, you can activate your smoke and have a good old angle on them. So I've got a really cool post-plant one-way for you on the split map on Site A here. So after you plant the bomb, if you line yourself up on this crack right here, look just above the metal bar there. You want to look over the top of it, just barely. Throw your smoke up, and you've got it up there now. Easy, every time. Okay, what you do after that is I want you to run forward and throw your camera right on this wall right here. Afterwards, you can come back to your position and defend from right here with your camera up. And then once you see somebody walk into this area, you can activate your smoke. And now you've got a one-way. This is potentially the best Cypher one-way smoke in the entire game. And it's on the B site on split and really allows you to essentially hold down the entire site on your own. So I'm going to show you what the smoke looks like, and then right afterwards I'll show you how to set it up.
Cage triggered.
You see that? And they aren't going to be able to see squat, and you can see their feet and easily take them out.
Cage triggered.
Now, after you get your B main smoke set up for your one-way, don't forget that you want to put down your camera right as the round starts, and I always suggest that you put it on this back bar back there. Nobody's ever going to catch that camera. Rotate back to the box, then you can jump to your camera, and as you can see on this bar right here, nobody will ever notice it, and as soon as they push up into here, you can activate your smoke, and you've got the greatest one-way. Okay, you need to walk out onto rafters, go to the edge of this vent here, and line yourself up with the corner of it. Look straight up to where this wire and the top corner of that building connect, and then throw your smoke. Oh, that's such a good feeling, guys. Thanks again for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you all next time.